You already know what time it is. It's that official time. Where we take this worldwide. Let's go. Listen. So now it's time to turn it up. Surf the radio waves as we begin to burn it up. We all up in your area like landscape, definitely bringing you the pancakes. It's a mandate that you tune in. It's time to move out so we can move in and recognize that this is no illusion. I'm here to clear the air so that there is no confusion. It all started off in the book of Genesis when Jacob was wrestling with who he thought was his nemesis. And when the man saw he couldn't overpower him, he touched his hip but he really couldn't devour him. And from that point, then we hear a name change, rearrange the game, so now we gotta change lanes. So I'm here to let you know it's time to listen to the Pancake and Powerslam show. Let's go! Turn it up, it's the Pancake and Powerslam. Turn it up, it's the Pancake and Powerslam. Turn it up, it's the Pancake and Powerslam show. Turn it up, it's the Pancake and Powerslam. Turn it up, it's the Pancake and Powerslam. Turn it up, it's the Pancake and Powerslam show. Turn it up.
Episode 443, ladies and gentlemen. We are live, and it's the Pancakes and Powerslam show. I'm Dr. Chris Featherstone, getting live and in the color, getting funky like a monkey, if you will, baby. Yeah. PNP Nation, how is life going today? There is some good stuff already. Christopher Ryan Cooper is ready to rock. What's up, Doc? Let's go. Thank you much. Let's see. I already have an Ask Chris question. Do you have to pay the rest of your interview, and why didn't you read out any of my questions? I did read your questions out, Ricky. I mentioned one of them. I'm not obligated to read your questions out. And no, I don't pay the wrestlers to interview. I've interviewed 200 at least wrestlers. I've not paid any one of them a single dime. 12 of them have been WWE Hall of Famers. So no, I don't pay the wrestlers to interview. I have a big enough following right now that it's well, in the beginning, it was just wrestlers who just were nice people, you know what I mean? And willing to expand my brand. Now we're at a point where I have a huge following now. And so I help them promote, and then they help me, continue my big following. So it's a quid pro quo. How about that? A quid pro quo. That's what it is, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's see. Ask Chris questions. Ryan, what's up, man? What's up, Gabriel? Patrick, first time viewer. What's up, Patrick? PNP Nation, welcome Patrick to the show. First time viewer. Hey, special shout out to Paul Rhodes. Paul Rhodes, he is a new patron. So, Paul Rhodes, I'm about to put you over and say thank you for your thank you for that. So I'm about to put you over. Ladies and gentlemen, Paul Rhodes is the latest. Let me erase this real quick. Here we go. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome new to the Patreon family, Paul Rhodes. There you go. There you go, Paul. Anybody else who get Patreon, I'll put you over too. All right. Looking for some more Ask Chris questions. Looking for some more Ask Chris questions. Aaron's in the building. Good stuff. My man Pots and Pans. Nice. Kelvin's asking what I think for the names of some of the members of Retribution. I think they are absolute trash. Mace and what was the other one? Oh gosh, what was it? I know there was three of them. T-Bane or T something crazy. T-Bar, Mace, and Slapjack. So Mace. Okay, so yeah. So Mace is Dio Man's name. Yeah. I think T-Bar is Dijakovic. Wait, yeah. So yeah, then Shane Thorne is the other one. Wow. So they are really using so they're using Shane Thorne as a member of Retribution. Dominic Dijakovic looks like Bane now. Oh man, I'm not happy with that. The Retribution unmasking sucked. It was horrible. It was absolutely horrible. I said it before. I said, you know what? This better be good. This better be good. Yeah, this better be good, Elizabeth. This better be good. Don't like it. Yeah. I'm not a fan. This is what a waste of time to me. I think the whole Retribution stuff sucks. I think it's a terrible use of time. I think it's a terrible way to just jack up putting people over. The Hurt Business are heels. Keep them heels. Don't be attacking your champions and all this type of craziness. And then you turn around and then here's the crazy thing. And then you turn around and you have them unmask. And no disrespect to Dijakovic or Dio Madden. I've always said I wanted Dio Madden to have a nice spot, but just him being a heel rebel. Dijakovic, Mercedes Martinez, and Mia Yim. Actually, they didn't make a good tag team. So if anything, Mercedes and Mia as a tag team would work. And I would, put them in a tag team scene. I'm fine with that. But still, you've hyped this up so much that you still need a big payoff for this stuff, man. Because this payoff, if this is the payoff, it's horrible. Absolutely horrible. There's no payoff. As a matter of fact, it's what I put right there. Retribution. You see that? That's my note for today. And that's in the master class of Dr. Featherstone. Retribution is what I put up today. I think it's bad. I think the payoff is terrible. I texted some close friends of mine, man, when I saw that. And I said, this Retribution segment is horrible. Or as I would say, boo-boo is what it was. Unless there's a payoff, this has been one of the most overhyped angles in WWE history. Ask Dr. Chris, can you please say a prayer for my cousin Monique Martinez, who passed away? Oh man, she was only 28. Where she passed away of Elvis? I'm so sorry to hear that. Definitely praying for you and the family as you deal with this really, really tough time. Oh man, it's terrible to see. What was her cause of death? Agreed, Ricky. Massive letdown. Absolutely. Another first timer. PMP Nation, give it up for David John. Say hello to David John. Any more first timers here? I love giving first timers shout outs. And of course, the PMP Nation, they know how it is. You guys are family. You guys are awesome. Every week we have a good time. So shout out to the patrons. Shout out to Ricky and Paul, our new patrons. Again, patreon.com/pancakes and powerslams. Look, I need your support to keep me up and keep me rolling here. I don't do sponsors anymore because I just don't have the time to really do a lot of that, the ins and outs from the sponsoring and stuff like that. So I get paid for everything else I do, and I don't like wasting time. So I love talking to you all, but I have such a full stacked schedule. So your dollars, your donations, your patrons definitely keeps me rolling here on the Pancakes and Power Slam show. So if you like what you see, if you enjoy being on the PMP Pancakes and Power Slams every week, just show me some love. Patreon.com/pancakes and power slams. There's only 2 tiers. One of them is only $1. The other one is $5.99 a month. And after 3 months as a patron, as a top tier patron, you get a Pancakes and Power Slams t-shirt. After 6 months as a patron, you get a Pancakes and Power Slams. You get a t-shirt that is made, that is specially made. So you have a wrench mob. You become a member of the wrench mob after 6 months. So you have hashtag wrench mob. On one side has your name on there on one sleeve, and on the other side has the Pancakes and Power Slams logo. I actually was going to wear it at WrestleMania. I was going to wear the wrench mob shirt at WrestleMania this year because I cover WrestleMania every year. But COVID came in and you ruined it, as Vince McMahon would say. You ruined it. So I still plan on covering WrestleMania next year, as I have been since WrestleMania 33. So next year would be the 5th year. And yeah, I still plan on doing it. So I'll be wearing my wrench mob shirt, Lord willing, and also actually we've already got some really fun stuff on the pike. We got some really fun stuff coming up the pike for WrestleMania 37. We got some fun stuff. We got some really fun stuff. We got a live Legion of Raw scheduled that in the books right now, planned for Road Warrior Animal. We might get some unscripted stuff, a live unscripted session, Q&A. So, oh man, it's going to be probably my best WrestleMania come next April. There's a lot of fun stuff going on. So, Hesserosis. Oh man, really hard stuff. Sucks to hear that. Absolutely. So yeah, praying for you, Elvis, and your family. David, you can spell the pancakes. What's your favorite pancake? What's your favorite pancake? Bill said from the beginning, without a credible face, the group will flop. No one in that group has held any go to NXT, and it needs a leader who is a past superstar. 100%. Couldn't agree with you more. I've been saying that for weeks. It needs a big name. I've been saying that, and without it, it's going to flop. There's no buy-in. There's no buy-in to Retribution. None. You got to have buy-in. And there's zero buy-in to Retribution right now. I mean, and you make a point. I mean, here's the thing. I like Dijakovic. I've interviewed him. He's been on PMP before. I like him. He's a nice guy. But here's the thing. He hasn't proved himself in WWE at all. Mia Yim, I've spoken with her before. I've chatted with Mia Yim before. Nice, I've had Keith Lee on my show before. You know what I mean, and so I appreciate these people, and I like the fact that they have opportunities. I love that, but here's the thing: I'm speaking as a fan. I'm speaking as a fan, not with any personal relationships. I'm speaking as a fan. There is no buy-in right now. Zero buy-in to Retribution. None. Because there's nothing about Retribution that is intriguing and cliffhanging. You want that intriguing factor, you want the cliffhanger, you want the buy-in. None of that. Absolutely none of that. I'm not buying it. I'm not into it at all. Am I gonna you and The Rock, Ricky? Man, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. That would be interesting. Liz is asking, do you think too soon to do Sasha versus Bailey? She would be out till Royal Rumble. She should be out till Royal Rumble time. I agree. I've said that on the show before. Absolutely, she should be out till Royal Rumble. She should come back at the Royal Rumble, actually. And see, the thing is, I don't want Bailey. Like, if Bailey carries the belt till Mania, that means she would have had it for like a year and a half. That's like unheard of. I like long reigns, and I liked Bailey as a face. I just, I want her to work as a heel. I'm just not feeling it. It's just there's just some things I'm just still not feeling too much as a heel. So there you go. I mean, I'm not really buying it. So, yeah, not really buying it. So here's the thing. If she keeps it for a year and a half, and the thing is, my hope is that, my hope is that the other angle that she did with attacking Sasha. My hope is that she's actually taking more time off. That's just another way to leave her off even more time, and I'm fine with that. I think at the end of the day, she should come back at the Royal Rumble. If they have Bailey, if they want to keep the title on Bailey, which, I mean, if anything, I would have her drop the title and gain it back at Royal Rumble. And I actually think Bailey dropping the title and gaining it back at Royal Rumble would even freshen the feud up. I would have her drop it to some babyface. I mean, Nikki Cross would be fine. I'd be fine with that. At Clash of Champions. So if she drops it to Nikki Cross and she gets it back, Nikki Cross having a 4-month title reign, I suppose it could work, but Nikki Cross being champ for 4 months, I don't know. Unless you can have Alexa Bliss turn, you could do a lot in 4 months, because essentially what you could do is you can have Nikki win, and then that causes Alexa with the whole Fiend thing. She's a heel. Alexa versus Nikki Cross. They exchanged it a couple times within the 4 months. And then you have Becky back in the scene. Nikki Cross wins it. So Nikki Cross is champ by the time Royal Rumble comes. So if they want to do a title change like in SummerSlam, or if they want to do a title change in, I'd say next month or so, you can do that. I mean, October pay-per-view, I'd imagine you can do that. No, I think they're not having a October pay-per-view. I think they're having 2 Novembers, if I'm not mistaken. So the beginning November pay-per-view, I'd imagine, you can do that. Have Alexa Bliss win. She can have a 3-4 week reign. Or she can lose it in December or November. Back in the scene to feud against Nikki Cross. Bailey wins at the Royal Rumble, and then Sasha comes back at the end of that Royal Rumble. And there you go. I mean, I think that would be the way to go. So keep Bailey out until Royal Rumble. Have Bailey lose to Nikki Cross. Nikki Cross can feud against, can be with Alexa Bliss, or even if you want to keep Alexa out of the scene and then jump in, still have Nikki and Bailey feud and then Alexa jump in somehow, seemingly doing the whole trance thing as a face, but then turns heel. There's many ways that you could do it. And so, yeah, I mean, there's several ways you can do it. Let's see. Oh, my pleasure, Elvis. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. IHOP pancakes in Orlando. I spelled that correct with maple syrup. Yeah, I recently had IHOP. Center stack pancakes are my favorite pancakes from IHOP. They taste so good. Oh my gosh. See, I'm a I'm a health nut now because I'm like a real big fitness geek. Love fitness. I love working out. I work out 90 minutes to 2 hours, 5 days a week, sometimes 6. I love it. And but the thing is, my choice and my portion size have changed, and my frequency of eating, not so good food has changed. But yeah, I mean, I still will grab a donut or grab pancakes, you know what I mean, or something like that once a week or so. So it's I have a cheat day or two, and it's no problem at all. I've 2020. I've embarked on a crazy fitness journey, and I was a personal trainer for nearly a decade, and I've had 2 back surgeries. It caused me to gain a lot of weight, and so I've lost 61 pounds, and I'm back at it. Like, I'm super fitness again, and so my eating has gotten better as far as just choices, portion sizes, calorie counts. I count my calories like crazy. Yeah, that's really the equation. It's just to make sure you count your calories and make sure that if you want to eat something like hearty, which is totally fine, make sure that you're working out. Diet and exercise go together like peanut butter and jelly. I have another Facebook page called Theology Geek Fitness Me, and a few colleagues of mine who's really big into theology and fitness, like myself. We have that, and so it's super fun. It's super cool, and I really think I get really excited about that stuff because I absolutely love it now, and it's lots of fun. So I still have fun eating. The only thing is like when you count your calories, be sure that you work out, y'all. Just like I always say, and what I'm saying, like I say in that particular group too, diet and exercise go together like peanut butter and jelly, and so you got to do both. You can't work out on a crappy diet, and you can't have a good diet and not work out if you want to get to the point where you're eating and enjoying your eating instead of eating rice cakes and quinoa every day, what I mean? So it's like, if you want to enjoy the steaks of life. Shout out to my wife, actually. She made me some steak and potatoes and broccoli today. So yesterday, actually, because it's after 12. But yeah, you get to enjoy that stuff, man. But I got to enjoy it because I worked out for an hour and a half at the gym. So I did 44 minutes of cardio. That's my daily cardio intake is 44 minutes. I do 22 minutes on the elliptical and 22 minutes on the bike. So yeah, man. See Phil Fox in the building. Good stuff, man. Great to have you. One of super cool dude, man. Yes, Ricky is obsessed with Rock. He is absolutely. Tony's asking who should be the leader group. I first said Roman Reigns. I'm cool with him. I'm cool with it not being Roman Reigns. I think that I think since it's not Roman Reigns, I would say there's some rumors of Keith Lee. Oh my gosh, that would be so horrible. And they've booked Keith Lee like crap. And on the main roster. I'm so dissatisfied with the way that they are treating Keith Lee. This guy's a monster. He's an anomaly. He's a bust. He's a beast. He's a standout. You should not be booking him 50-50 right out the gate. Oh, just absolutely terrible. The leader of Retribution should be John Cena. No. Triple H. I would just say Triple H, man. If this leads I would say somehow this leads to Triple H getting back in the ring. Somehow I would say probably you do Madden, Dijakovic, and Shane Thorne and Triple H in the Survivor Series. You lead this up to Survivor Series. The only thing is I don't want them to go against the Hurt Business because the Hurt Business is a heel team. You don't want to make the Hurt Business baby faces. They are one of the best things going right now. It's terrible. Yeah, so I would say Triple H. If not Triple H, I really think Roman Reigns is the best you have, man. Randy Orton wouldn't be too bad as a part of that, as a part of Retribution, as the leader of Retribution. I wouldn't be too opposed if it was Orton. There can kind of be something tied into that, but Retribution has already made it more difficult for us to understand because they're talking about how much they've been held back and yada, 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 and all this. And I'm like, what a lousy angle. What a lousy angle. See, that's rumor. That's speculation right now, man. There's some rumors as far as it may be Ricochet. I haven't heard anything about that. I haven't heard anything. That's how much I'll say. I haven't heard that being true, and we're just going to have to see it to believe it. That's what I'm saying. I did hear about the COVID breakout. Yes, I did. I think with, it's unfortunate because it's surpassed over 200,000 deaths. So that sucks much. I will say that overall, the light at the end of the tunnel is that the percentage of cases compared to deaths have decreased. It was at about 4%. Now it's under 3%. Last time I checked was a few days back. So that's some light at the end of the tunnel. Let's see. I'm going to check just I'm going to check the it went down. Let's see. It's been so the 22nd was the lowest it's been. So it went down in the beginning of October, went up again the 11th, but it's on a steady decline. So 685 is the lowest it's been since in 2 weeks. So that's good. 656, 637, 613. So these numbers, so right now we're in the sixes, and that's been the lowest that it's been And so we've had, so let me see. 613, the 16th, 637, 23rd, 656 on the 8th, and 685 on the 22nd. And these are cases. So this past month we've had 4 in the 6s. So that we haven't had that low consistently. We haven't had that low number consistently since June. So that's good news. That's very good news, actually. Yeah. So we haven't had numbers like this since June. So that's really good news. Yeah, that's great to hear. Fantastic to hear. So really, really good news, guys. All right. So what else we got? I think they made Retribution because guys like Cole and Johnny don't want to come up, so they're moving young guys that they're doing going job, maybe doing the job or maybe going the job. So yeah, I still think it's a bad call. I think it's a bad. I still think it's a bad angle. It's terrible. Gabe was asking, have I got anything wrestling hobby wise since this pandemic? I've gotten to collecting wrestlers' autographs. I haven't. My my day is especially now because I'm actually working more than I did before. I worked less while I was in finishing up my dissertation, but now I'm working more because I'm the psychology coordinator at my job. So especially now, so I work as a psychology coordinator. I make the kids lunches. I have 3 kids. I make them lunches every day, every morning. Take them to daycare and school. To make 3 stops and go to work and get off work a full day, get off and go to the gym, work out, and come home. My wife makes dinner. I spend some time with the family, put the kids to bed, and come to my office. And either I'm still, I went back to get a 3rd master's in criminal justice with a specialization in behavioral sciences. So I'm either doing that. Monday nights, I have Legion of Raw. Tuesday nights, I have Unscripted and PNP. And then usually Wednesday or Thursdays, I'm doing homework. I have a small group for a men's small group Bible study on Wednesdays. And yeah, I mean, I'm also doing my other podcasts. And so, yeah, if it's not working out, spending time with the family, or being a podcaster / journalist, I don't have time for hobbies. So that's why patreon.com/pancakes and Powerslams if you want PNP to stay abreast. Class of Champions predictions. Sure. Absolutely. Let's find out. I did them yesterday, actually, with Animal, but I'll do them again. I don't remember what I said, but I've got Lashley over Cruz. I've got I did say I feel some type of way about Street Profits against Andrade and Garza. I'm not. I got a sneaky suspicion that Street Profits are going to lose them, and I don't like that. I don't like it at all. I love the Street Profits. They're my favorite tag team in WWE right now. Probably all of wrestling is the Street Profits. But I mean, you're putting Andrade and Angel Garza after weeks of animosity, weeks of breaking up. Selena Vega's, I guess, gone from now. So then they come back and become number 1 tenders again. I'm not. I got a sneaky suspicion that they're going to drop the titles, and I hope that doesn't happen. I really hope it doesn't happen. But Andrade and Angel, I just kind of got a sneaky suspicion on that. I think Hardy will retain the Intercontinental Championship, although it won't surprise me that Sami Zayn would win it. But I think Hardy's going to keep it. Cesaro and Shinsuke, I got them retaining. Nia Jax and Baszler, I got them retaining for now, but I think the Riot Squad is going to eventually win. I think you're going to have like a combustion between Jax and Baszler, and that's going to cause them to lose the titles. I really like Liv Morgan. I think Liv Morgan's a star. She's a star in the making to me. And I'm cool with her being with Ruby Riott. I think that's a good way to give her a title. Yeah, so we'll see how that works. I still think it's stupid to split the Iconics, because you could have easily had the Iconics be in the mix and somehow win the titles, and then Ruby Riott and Liv Morgan have their big moment at WrestleMania. I got Bayley beating Nikki Cross. However, that's the same thing with Andrade and Garza. They've had Bayley and Cross way too much to have her win yet again. So we may see Nikki Cross and eventually a heel Bliss for the title. We may see that. Eventually, we will see Bayley versus Sasha again, but they may throw the title on Nikki just to refreshen Bayley's reign and have her go against Sasha eventually, most likely at Mania. So they may put it on Cross just to kind of reset and add some freshness to Bayley's reign. I got Roman Reigns destroying Jey Uso. He's going to destroy him. He's going to build. The whole point is to build up heat. So this is a heat match for Reigns, which is good. I like the angle. I like the whole Cousins thing. I like Jey Uso being the person and in this position. I think it's great. I think it's a great way to be utilized while your tag team partner is out injured. There's family there. So if Roman Reigns just totally squash his cousin, it's going to give him more heat, which they should be doing because he's a heel. Because right now you want to get a bunch of heat on Reigns, because at this point right now you have people liking Roman Reigns because they've been wanting him to be a heel for so long, and he's a bad apple. You know what I mean? He's one of those. He's one of those. You know, this bad boy heels, and people kind of like that type of deal. He's not really getting much heat. He's kind of playing a babyface character in a sense because he's been teaming up with Jay over the past couple of weeks. So, yeah, I mean, what I do see is that they want, at the end of the day, they want Roman Reigns to get a bunch of heat on them. And I think this is a good way to do it. So I like it. I've got Drew keeping the title against Randy Orton. Yeah, I see that being. I see Drew keeping it. I mean, of course, they might do Orton. Because they're talking about Orton versus Edge at Mania. First of all, if they do Orton versus Edge at Mania, that means that Orton would have to keep the title for over 6 months, and I don't want to see that. I want to see you develop a star, and then secondly, that would be the second straight year of Edge versus Orton, and for the title now, and they're two veteran talents. I'm not a fan of that at all. And they're not like larger than life. If they did like two larger than life names, if they did like Austin versus Goldberg or something like that, or Rock versus Goldberg or something like that, it would be a whole different thing because they have a marquee type of feel to it. But Randy Orton versus Edge for the title, no, I'm not interested. And then Asuka is going to beat Zelina Vega. So that is my my predictions. Patch is asking, you think we'll ever see a Lee versus Dijakovic Classic ever again? I'm sadly going to say no. I think eventually you will. I mean, down the line after this retribution stuff splits up. I don't. Yeah, there's. It's just not going to be. It's just not a long shelf life to this. It's just not a long shelf life. Simple as that. Ricky, you are obsessed, man. You need help on that. I am a doctor in psychology. Okay, and I see this stuff, and it bothers me. Who is a better role model, Bailey or Dr. Brick Baker? DMD Bay. That's funny. I enjoy Britt Baker's character more than I do Bailey's right now. I think Britt Baker's funny, and I like just her pompousness, her snobbiness. I think it's hilarious. Her arrogance as a doctor, as a dentist, I think it's really funny. And plus, I think it's doing a really good job of making Big Swole, a name. Because I've said before, if I had the books, I would push Big Swole to the moon. I would make her top star. So, Aaron's asking. Hold on. Aaron is asking, would you be fine with the Blair, Sasha both winning the Rumble so we get Sasha versus Bailey and Belair versus the Raw champ? No, both winning the Rumble, no. Because I want Bianca Belair to win I actually have written that in an article. I have her winning the Royal Rumble. And I have Charlotte coming back and beating Asuka. And then Belair versus Charlotte at Mania. And then as far as SmackDown, I don't think you need Sasha in the Rumble. There's already enough storyline behind that. And plus she hasn't had, it's not like she's had a SmackDown title shot and lost. That's not been the thing. So I don't think that's necessary. The only thing it takes with Sasha is Bailey winning it at the Royal Rumble and Sasha coming back. So I love the fact that they've had Royal Rumble at baseball stadiums over the past few years. I love that. It gives it a WrestleMania feel because baseball stadiums hold typically 30 to 40,000. So it's about half of Mania, but it's still got that big feel to it. It's about 15 to 25,000 more than just a regular arena. It's actually so you have about 13 or so at an arena. You have about 35 or so so you have a regular pay-per-view in an arena. You have about 15 or so, and then you have about 35 at the Rumble. Actually, what was let me see what the Rumble was last. I know it was in Arizona. Let's see what the capacity crowd. 40. So yeah, of course, the attendance is typically padded, but it says 48,193. So I'd say safely 42 or so. So that's still really good, man. 40,000 plus, and that's about half of Mania typically, but that's still a huge field. That's double, like 2.5 times more than just a regular pay-per-view. So that Rumble feel is right in the middle. It's a really good feel. I love that baseball stadium feel. And so I really hope that they maintain that. And this year's Rumble, it looks really good. I was a big fan of it. When Drew won. Let's see what the attendance was this year. It was in Seattle this year. Houston, 42. Yeah, okay, there you have 42,715. So yeah, around a 40,000 range, which is really good. And it looks really good. I liked it. The crowd was fantastic, especially when Drew won, especially the face off between Keith Lee and Brock. It was good, man. I actually enjoyed the Rumble. The Rumble is probably one of my favorite pay-per-views this year. I enjoyed it a lot. I enjoyed Beatbox Brock and him dancing when MVP came back. I think that was probably the funniest moment of the Royal Rumble. It was absolutely hilarious. It was so funny. Brock selling when Keith Lee came out, as far as being, I'll tell you, man, Brock, people be trying to bang on Brock, man. But Brock is a really good, if he's invested in you, he will make you look like a star. He would put you over. He wasn't necessarily invested in Dean Ambrose, so Ambrose unfortunately got the tail end of Brock. But if he likes you, he'll put you over. He'll make you look like $1 million. And he's a beast, he beat anybody in the locker room. So he has that type of appearance that if he's intimidated by you, or if he's feels like he can meet someone may have met his match, that just those nuances that puts you over. And that's what happened with Keith Lee. They didn't even have to do anything. He can't, he was like, who was this, MF-er actually, is what he did, what he said, what he said he said the expletive, but he said that, and and he put him over. He had that look, and he made Keith Lee look like a star by just doing that and doing a stare down. Even with the MVP thing, man, he was dancing while he came out. I mean, look, if Brock likes you, man, he'll make you look like $1 million. That's one thing I do appreciate about Brock Lesnar. What do I think about WWE rehashing the Eddie Dominic storyline with Ray's daughter using Seth and Eddie Rowe? Yeah, I think that whole thing was stupid. I think just Raw sucked. Just as far as much, Raw was so bad that I'm not going to talk about it much. I will say this: as far as Raw commentary, I do a whole hour plus of it now with Road Warrior Animal every Monday night on Sportskeeda's Facebook and YouTube channel immediately following after Raw. It's called Legion of Raw. So go check that out. It's me and Road Warrior Animal every single Monday night. We have fun. We have a great time. And go check out Legion of Raw. Other than that, yeah, that is what it is. Why do they always lie about the attendance? Because they want to do the padding. They want to have padding on WWE to make it look better. You have sponsors, you have all that stuff. They just want to make it look better. So, because all that stuff, when they pitch all that stuff to, when they do the quarterly earnings and all that stuff looks good. This is what we had here. This is our numbers here, blah, blah, blah. So they want to make it look kind of mega, larger than life type thing. So they pad the numbers. All right, PMP Nation. Like I said, I'm going to start cutting it short now. This was super fun though. I cut it in half. Benjamin, what's up, Benjamin? After this past Raw, I don't know that I would say fun. Yeah, I agree. It was terrible. Yeah. Good point, Benjamin. Totally. Good point. Good call here. Made Styles and Daniel Bryan look great. Absolutely. Both of them look really good. Finn Balor too. And Rey Mysterio. Again, it's one of those things he made. I loved his match with Rey Mysterio at Survivor Series. It was fantastic. And then you had Dominic come in and, made him look good too. I was a big fan of it. I liked the feud. It really made Mysterio look like a main eventer. I mean, he's a former champion, multi-time champion, shoe-in Hall of Famer, greatest luchador wrestler ever to step foot So yeah, I'm all in. I'm all in for Brock making people look good. He made Finn Balor look like $1 million. Ricochet, on the other hand, in Saudi, not so much. He made Ricochet. It doesn't seem like he was invested too much in Ricochet. But I said that if you look, go back to that PNP episode. I said that Brock is going to squash Ricochet. I said the only reason why they're doing this is to make Brock look good for Drew. So that's what they're doing. So yeah, I'm gonna get into ROH's Pure Tournament. Last question. I was disappointed in Retribution being all NXT talent. It just doesn't make any sense. Why would NXT want Retribution? Do you think other members would be surprised? Hopefully, no. I really don't. I don't see much of any other members. I just don't. Again, they need somebody big. They need somebody big. So, yep, made Finn. The Finn he made Finn look like $1 million too. So. All right, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, I'm going to cut it short from now on. I will extend it when I get more patrons. Otherwise, I got to be wise with my time. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the PNP Nation, episode 443. Oh, my goodness. What in the world? Episode 443 episodes in the books. Can you believe that? 443 episodes in the books. It's been fun as always. Until NFL Rock, I'll tackle this real quick. I think the NFL is great because my Titans are 2-0. We beat Denver last week, and this past weekend we beat Jacksonville. So it was really close. We were up 2 touchdowns. We looked like we had a commanding lead. They came back in the second half, and then we kicked that field goal at the end after missing a PAT, which was terrible. But yeah, our field goal game has not been good for a while. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, until next week, enjoy your week of wrestling. God bless, and always remember, I'll do it for you. Have a good night. God bless. Bye-bye.